Hey guys, what's up? It's El Supersonic Q, and this is the stream for Saturday, February 18th, 2017 at 7 p.m. So we're going to get things going. Now, well, first off, thanks for showing up, you guys. I was reading some of the comments and stuff, so glad you guys are still watching these streams and still enjoying them, because I strive to make them better and better, and that's actually kind of a little bit of what we're going to do this week, actually, and I'm going to kind of continue it on from last week. So like I said, I want to make these a little more professional, a little more whoa, especially since sooner than later I'm going to have guests on, like legit whoa, like how'd you get that guy on your stream guests. So I think I kind of wanted to polish these up a little bit. So as I said last week, I'm going to spend the first hour of this stream just talking about topics like Jack specific, because Toy Fair was today. So Jack specific, Tomy, some other video game stuff and collectible stuff, like kind of the usual stuff we talk about. But I just kind of wanted an uninterrupted hour of that, just straight up, so anybody who's listening to this after the fact or anyone who just, is going to pop by at the beginning can really get to the point of, hey, El Supersonic Q is talking. I want to hear what he has to say. And then the second hour of the stream from 8 to 9 is going to be like viewer questions and like comments and stuff. So kind of like how they were last year. So I decided to split the stream up like that for this week, or probably for like most weeks now. So I hope you guys are cool with the new format, and we'll keep rocking it as, the weeks progress and stuff. But I just think for, to really build up an audience and really get these streams, as on point as they can be, I'd really like to kind of take a more professional route with it. So with that said, like I said, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we're going to start with the topic. So the first topic I want to talk about, and we're going to knock this out of the way right now because it's relevant, and I was thinking about it all day, and I know it's going to come up at one point or another tonight, and that's Jack Specific and Tomy at the New York Toy Fair 2017. So I'm going to start with Tomy. So Tomy at the Toy Fair. Well, first off, anybody who doesn't know, the New York Toy Fair is an annual toy fair that happens every year in New York, obviously, because it's New York, and that's where toy companies come to show off their new products for this year and things like that. So obviously we've been keeping tabs on Tomy and Jack Specific for quite a while because they've been doing the World of Nintendo line and the Sonic the Hedgehog 20th anniversary line. I'm talking really fast. Should probably slow that down. Whew. I got time. Got an hour to get through. I only have a few topics really, so. But yeah, Tomy does Sonic 25th stuff, and Jack Specific does Nintendo stuff. And we've been keeping tabs on them for quite a while with all their new merchandise. So today we were expecting some new merchandise from both companies. So let's start with Tomy. Now, Tomy does the Sonic stuff, and we knew about some of the Sonic stuff before because we've seen, or at least at some other toy fairs this month, international toy fairs, there was word of some modern Sonic and Knuckles figures. We actually had pictures of the new wave of Sonic plushes, the modern wave of Sonic, Tails, Metal Sonic, and Shadow, which I mentioned last week. And there were still a couple figures missing in action, like we didn't get the modern Tails or modern Metal Sonic, which we've known about, but we still don't have pictures of those. Getting pictures is always really hard for Tomy and Jack Specific for some reason. I guess just no one really cares to post pictures of them because there are tons of like Funko pictures and stuff. But there really is never any Tomy or Jack Specific stuff, which is odd because Tomy does Pokemon, so you'd think their name would be out there more. But anyway, so Tomy at the Toy Fair today, we didn't really get much to go on. We saw some old pictures of like the 3-pack with the weird coin rings that we already knew about. That was really the only picture we got, except there was this one shot. Oh, we did get a better look at the modern Sonic and Knuckles, but we kind of already knew about that. So it wasn't that groundbreaking, but there was a really cool plush that I originally was kind of hating on, but I really like how it looks now. In the Tomy catalog, there's a plush of Wave 3. Yeah, it's Wave 3. It's classic Sonic in Wave 3, so it won't be out for a while. But it's him with like an open mouth, like winking. That kind of artwork of him like smiling with his eyes closed. I guess it's not winking. His eyes are closed. And when we first saw that, we're like, whoa, that plush is going to be so stupid. Like, why even bother making a plush like that, especially so soon, because it's just a Sonic variant. But turns out it actually looks pretty cool. We didn't get quite a full shot of it. It's kind of just in the background of some other figures and stuff. But from what I can tell, it looks like a pretty cool plush. It kind of reminds me of the old UFO catcher plushes. So honestly, I'm kind of excited for it. And we saw Metal Sonic next to him, and I think maybe a couple other like cut off plushes in the shot. So that was kind of all for for Tomy, actually. But I mean, considering I didn't think we were going to get any pictures today, that's kind of a lot to, that's unexpectedly a lot. But hopefully the next few days we'll get more pictures of like the Tails and Metal Sonic modern figures, because we haven't seen those yet. And there were 2 of the toy fairs this month and we just haven't gotten pictures of them. So I think that kind of does it for Tomy right now. Their new Wave 2 plush series of Sonic, Shadow, Tails, and Metal Sonic, like I mentioned earlier, those are supposed to be out this month. I'm going to go to Toys R Us in the next couple days. Maybe I'll see them, but there have been no reports or anything of eBay listings or anything, so I'm not sure if I'm going to find them, but they should be out this month. So I guess that's kind of it for Tomy. We're going to move on to Jax now, because Jax is a little bit more, there's more meat to talk about with Jax. So I'm going to talk about this first, and this was revealed before Toy Fair, actually. It was revealed yesterday. Jakks Pacific announced their new wave, or I guess it wasn't, well, okay, Jakks did announce it, but Toy was leaked it a while ago. So their new wave of Jakks Pacific World of Nintendo figures, and this wave, we got pictures. This wave includes Ice Mario, 4-inch, Inkling Girl, Bowser Jr., a classic Mario that we didn't get pictures of, and then Lakitu. So I kind of said this a while ago, but I really am not a fan of most of those characters. The Splatoon figures are nice to see, but I'm not a fan of Splatoon, so I'm not going to get them. The Lakitu is pretty disposable, in my opinion. Ice Mario was actually colored wrong. It looks more like a classic Mario because he has the blue shirt, and classic Mario had the blue shirt, but he's actually Ice Mario because he was holding the ice flower, so that's incorrect. They're going to have to change that. If we didn't see classic Mario, we didn't see it, it's going to be some kind of exclusive limited version, like some Walgreens exclusive or something really stupid, because I don't know why else they wouldn't have shown it, but either way, it's a repaint, so who cares. The one figure, though, that I was really hoping they were going to do this with, and they did, was the Bowser Jr. figure. So they've already made a Bowser Jr. figure. He was holding a bomb, and it's like modern Bowser Jr. But Toy Wiz leaked this new figure, and they said Bowser Jr. with paintbrush accessory. Now, Bowser Jr. had a paintbrush in Mario Sunshine, and I'm like, man, if this is a Mario Sunshine branded Bowser Jr. figure, that is going to be really cool. They could have easily just re-released the Bowser Jr. and just gave him a paintbrush accessory, but they didn't actually do that. They actually recolored his bib to be like the mustache of Shadow Mario from Mario Sunshine, and of course the paintbrush has a little EGAD logo and stuff on it, exactly from the game. So seeing that, I was really, really happy, because yes, it might be a re-release repaint, but it's done tastefully. That's what I wish Jakks would do, is do tasteful repaints and tasteful, re-releases of their figures. So I was really blown away with that, and it just paves the way for Mario and Flood, or a Pianta, or like Peach in her Sunshine outfit. Like, there's so much more potential they could do with this, because obviously they're looking at Mario Sunshine stuff. So I was really happy with that. Other than that, we haven't seen anything from Toy Fair regarding Jakks. So I don't know if they have those figures on display, if they have the other leaked wave of figures, which contains Breath of the Wild Link. So we're kind of still waiting on that, but I expect them to not have a Captain Falcon or a Little Mac or anything like that, because I think that's going to be too far out. We might see plushes of Peppy and Slippy and maybe Deku Link and things like that. I can see that being a possibility. But I think for the most part, the 4-inch wave and 2.5-inch next couple waves are kind of solidified at this point. Moving on to the 2.5-inch, though, as I said, I think a couple streams ago, Toy Wiz leaked the whole list and stuff with Dr. Mario and I think Ice Mario again or something like that. So I wasn't thrilled with like anything the 2.5-inch wave really had to offer. We probably won't be seeing too much from it, but there was word of a new Walgreens exclusive set of 2.5-inch figures, and those contain 8-bit Toad painted like his modern colors, like not the classic colors that you'd see in the NES game, turquoise Squid from Splatoon, and then a glow-in-the-dark Boo. Now, those are kind of cool figures, and I respect them for, okay, well, they are just cheap repaints, but I guess what I mean is, like, it seems like, and this kind of directly impacts me when I say this, I'm not really bummed out about that, or like, oh man, I have to go get those figures, because it seems like the assortment is quite random. We have a Pixel figure, we have a Splatoon figure, and we have a Boo. That just seems really like random, and to some extent, I kind of like that, because with the Pixel figures, the 8-bit Pixel figures from before that were exclusives, it was like classic Mario, like Star Power Mario, whatever, Black and White Mario, and then like Link, like 8-bit Link, like those figures and the trilogy of them were really something that people wanted to get their hands on because it's classic Nintendo, it's pixel figures, and it's like Link in his was it supposed to be Zora Tunic from the original game, but it's like it's that, and it's Black and White Mario, and it's Star Power Mario. Like yeah, there were cheap repaints, but there were repaints that like you wanted. These I feel like you're only going to go for if you really are into one or the other. Like maybe you're into Splatoon, so you're going to get the turquoise squid, or maybe you want to glow in the dark boot because you don't want to get the amiibo, even though the amiibo glows in the dark, and maybe you want to get an 8-bit Toad because you like the 8-bit Toad figures. So I don't really feel like there's as much pressure on this wave to really like pull people in and like say, oh, you have to go out and get these because we're Jack Specific and look at these nice figures, you got to get these. It's not really like that to me. It's just more like a casual exclusive wave, which I'm fine with. But I think for the most part that kind of does it with Jacks. I actually don't know how well they're going to be stocked or anything like that because, of course, you know how Jacks goes. They still haven't fixed their stock. And actually, this can kind of lead a little bit astray. Toys R Us just recently announced that their World of Nintendo figures, at least the 4-inch ones, they're going to be price reduced permanently from $12.99 to $9.99. That's pretty cool, though Target still has them cheaper. But what I don't like about that is, yeah, they're cheaper, but they haven't fixed the major problem that's plagued them since the beginning, and that's distribution. I was in Toys R Us a few weeks ago, and I was still seeing an overabundance of Slippy Wave figures and Zelda Ocarina of Time, Skull Kid, I think. Was Skull Kid even in that wave with Zelda? I'm not even entirely sure, but I was seeing those figures that I had seen last summer still cluttering up the shelves, and it's kind of like, I don't know why my area just stays on these one waves for months on end, and just sometimes they skip complete waves, sometimes they get them weeks later. It's just really random, and once again, it just goes back to Jackson not being able to fix this whole supply issue. So I don't know how well stocked the Walgreens exclusives are going to be. It wouldn't surprise me if they're stocked just as poorly as the original Walgreens wave, but then again, because they're less desired characters, maybe they will be stocked better. I'm going to throw back to Target as well. I was in Target as well a couple weeks ago, and they were actually, I think it was maybe a month or so ago, I was in Target, and they were redoing all their Nintendo's, that whole section where all the Nintendo figures and Pokemon and Yokai Watch stuff is. So I'm like, man, if they're going to redo all these figures and stuff, I bet they're going to get more in stock. They're going to finally fix the issue Jax is distributing to them. Maybe they're going to put tons more out on the shelves. And guess what didn't happen? A couple weeks later, I went back thinking, okay, it's been a couple weeks. They're obviously going to, stock more figures. It's been 2 weeks. And they had nothing. They had absolutely, it looked like they didn't even change anything. They might as well have not even changed their section because they had nothing new to compensate for the change. So I feel like looking back on this whole Jack-specific thing, especially this far in, even if the next 10 waves are stocked really well, at this point, we're always going to be plagued by that thought of, hey, remember Jack-specific and their horrible distribution for the first 6, 7, 8, 9 waves of their figures. And I guess even with Nintendo, they fixed it after, I think, was it 4 waves maybe? No, 5 waves. Okay, so okay. But still, that, so I guess that kind of does it with Toy Fair. I guess, or actually, we can briefly talk about Funko Pops while I'm talking about it, or while I'm thinking about it, because I mentioned Funko earlier. There was a new line of Sonic Funko Pops that Funko had announced a while ago, and they were Sonic related, and we're thinking, okay, they're gonna show them at Toy Fair because that's would make the most sense. You show the new Sonic stuff at Toy Fair, and that's gonna be really hype because their Sonic stuff is really valuable and really coveted, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know if you don't have them already and you try and get them from eBay and stuff. So I was pretty excited because I'm like, hey, let's see the new stuff. We're supposed to get classic Sonic and modern Sonic. This could be a pretty cool combination wave of characters, but guess what? They didn't show that. Nope, no Sonic Funko Pops at Toy Fair. So that was really disappointing. I'm really sad they didn't end up showing that, but I guess maybe they weren't ready, or maybe they didn't think Sonic was important enough to show off. So Maybe we'll see them around Comic-Con because I keep forgetting that there really are other opportunities throughout the year to see new products. Comic-Con is a big one that I keep forgetting about. And I'm pretty sure I thought maybe E3 a couple of years ago or at some point had like video game merchandise, but I might just be thinking about the amiibos existing and being shown off there. So I think with that said, though, that pretty much does it for Toy Fair and Comic-Con, or yeah, just whatever. All the different all the different companies and stuff like that. I think that kind of wraps it up for this week, and I'm sure next week we'll talk about more because we're probably gonna get pictures between now and then, and it's always a topic to talk about. But I think with that said, I kind of want to lead into collectibles a little bit because I was talking about amiibos, or yeah, I mentioned amiibos, talking about all that kind of stuff, and I was thinking about, hey, we still don't have the Cloud amiibo and the Corn and Bayonetta and stuff, and that's kind of one thing aside. I've talked about that before. I think they're going to be released with Smash, Switch, or whenever they port it over. But that just got me thinking about Cloud, and I'm looking over at my boxes because yeah, I got a lot of empty boxes in my house for some reason. It's weird because I really don't like throwing away boxes, and like I really should because they just clutter things up, and I'm like never gonna put the figures back in the boxes, but just like I think I kind of get it from way back in the day. Joyride Studios, I think this is why I save boxes. Joyride Studios, on their action figures, the back of their figures had cheat codes and stuff inside the little like Velcro like fold out packaging. And obviously you wouldn't want to throw that away because it's pretty cool, you know? And ever since then I started saving like Toy Island. We actually have stuff to talk about with Toy Island later on. I was saving like Toy Island Sonic X back of the boxes, and I was saving all kinds of stuff. And nowadays, you know, I'm saving like World of Nintendo, like the complete boxes, not even just the back, but like all the plastic like World of Nintendo boxes. And it's like, why do I even have them? But like I don't want to throw them away because to some extent I do wish I still had my Toy Island like plastic bubbles and stuff, because that would be really cool to have the, you know, a complete outer shell of a Toy Island figure nowadays. So I don't know, just a thing. But I'm looking over my stuff, point being, and I see a Play Arts Kai Final Fantasy Cloud figure, and I don't know if I didn't post about it or anything, but I actually did pick that up recently. It's a really cool figure. It's actually the Dissidia version, and I wanted a Cloud figure, and it's really cool. But kind of the point I'm making in this, because I just recently, I've had him for a while. I took him out of the box and put him on my shelf, but I originally didn't have room for him on my shelf, so I had to redo my whole collection. And kind of in redoing my whole collection, I've been really kind of, I guess, the greater point I'm making. We kind of sidetracked several different ways, but we're getting to the point. Is that for the past few weeks, I've really kind of been down and out about collectibles just because of stuff I've missed or stuff I can't have, or just various different things like that, or stuff I can't find in stores, just various different things like that. But I finally decided to redo my collection and, you know, display that Cloud figure, and I have a complete Yokai Watch display box and all the plushes from the Wave 1 or whatever. And I reorganized all that stuff in my shelf. And when I was reorganizing stuff in my shelf, it kind of gave me a new, like, not a new perspective, but a refreshed perspective on really where I stand in the collectible scene. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff I want when it comes to collectibles and stuff. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff I can't have. And, like, a lot of that makes me a little bit, you know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm thinking of, but like it makes me like not want to collect anymore. It makes me just want to tap out of that market because it's like, man, I can't have this, I can't have that. I lose this, I lose that. Like I can't find this, I can't find that. Like it gets really disappointing, and especially when you think about like, you know, I don't know. It's a whole disappointing mess. But when I was redoing my collection, it really kind of made me take a step back and really think about like, whoa, like the stuff that I have is like cool, and I bought it for a reason. And that's something that I think gets lost a lot with me when I collect, is that it's not so much because I want something that's rare. It's not so much because I want something that, like, you know, I can't find. It's kind of all about like when you buy stuff and why you buy it. So I guess it's kind of the point of what I'm saying is I'm glad I redid my collection, because it really refreshed my perspective and kind of like thinking about what I truly want and what I really need and things like that, versus, you know, what I can probably skip or what I would just be buying because it's rare, just because I can buy it. So it was kind of a refreshing perspective. But Speaking about collectibles, and I mentioned Toy Island. So I'm actually going to talk about Toy Island a little bit here. This is kind of some lost media we're getting into. So Toy Island was a company that made, or they were pretty much only known for their Sonic X figures from the early 2000s all the way to kind of the mid to late 2000s. They actually started with Sonic Adventure in the early 2000s and then slowly worked their way through Sonic X with just the figures with Emeralds Wave 1 and 2, the Megabot line, the Space Fighters line, stuff like that. And I decided to kind of dig deeper into Toy Island because I'm like, man, Toy Island's kind of weird. Like, I haven't really been able to find anybody who's worked from the company or really get any information about Toy Island as a company. And kind of ever since I did that video on the prototype, the mystery of prototypes and stuff like that, I've kind of been like, wow, it's interesting to kind of, look deeper into the companies that made these figures and kind of figure out why they did what they did and things like that. So I decided to look into Toy Island because they're really mysterious. And it's kind of funny because I thought that Toy Island was a kind of, I want to say, like more like a Resaurus, an American-based toy company that had American designers working on the figures. A lot of care was put into them, as Resauruses were. Lots of designs, lots of mock-ups and stuff. So I thought it was kind of more like that, and we just didn't know about it. So it would have been cool to kind of unearth that. But unfortunately, it turns out Toy Island isn't exactly the polished company that I thought it was. And I'm not even sure if many people even know this. So I did a little bit of digging into Toy Island. And if you search up Toy Island right now, you'll get some company, or it's a website, it's a Toy Island website, but it's really weird. There's nothing Sonic about it, nothing even action figure related about it. It's owned by like Lin and Fung Co. And that's a Hong Kong-based company. And I'm like, that's really strange because Toy Island's supposed to be an American company, right? Turns out, even back in when these Sonic figures were being made, was kind of like an offshoot of this larger Li and Fung Hong Kong company. Think about like Toy Site and BD&A. BD&A was the larger company, and Toy Site was the offshoot. Toy Island was the offshoot of this Lin and Fung company. And as a result, all these figures, these Sonic X figures that I had thought were made in America, and they were just kind of branded with the Toy Island, like Toy Island, whatever. All those figures ended up being Chinese-based designs, Chinese-based designers, a Chinese-based company. And the only reason why we saw them is because Toy Island just distributed to America. They've distributed to Japan and I think to like Europe as well. So they pretty much got their figures all over the place. And that's the only reason why we saw them. It isn't because it was an American toy line. It's because Toy Island just decided to distribute to, all around the world. And yes, the figures are officially licensed by Sega. They're not bootlegs or anything. But kind of the sense that I got when I looked into Toy Island is that they're kind of really just weird. Like, they got the Sega license, or they got the Sonic license from Sega, made tons of Sonic figures for years, distributed them all over the world, and now they're just they really didn't have any, because they didn't have a website back then. I've looked on boxes. There was no website. There was no contact. There was really nothing. There's nothing on them. They're really a ghost of a company. They had these figures, and then they dropped them, and that's why we always say, man, what the heck? Why was Toy Island only known for their Sonic figures? It's because they really didn't do anything else. That was it. And it's a surprise how they even got the license to begin with, because, like I said, they just seem like a really weird, shady company. So I don't even know how they ended up with a license. When you think about, Resaurus and stuff, getting the license and doing all those figures. So it's kind of a curiosity, and I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting. So, wow, we're kind of shooting through these topics tonight. I think last week what I ended up doing actually was after each topic I would go to the comments and kind of just pick out certain ones, but I decided that it would just be a little bit more fluid if I straight up just went through all my topics at once instead of trying to break it up, because I would still have to read through comments, and then I don't want people to be like, oh, well, you picked that person's comment, why didn't you pick my comment? So I guess we'll just keep going with the topics, and I guess I don't really have much more. I didn't think we were gonna get through that fast. But I guess for the future, I'll have to write down more things. I'm sure I can think of more things off the top of my head, but I do have this written down, so I'll make mention of it now, especially since a lot of you guys are probably waiting on a new video from me. So what the heck is up with the videos? Now, to be fair, I do blame these streams a bit for the lack of videos, because before I was really doing streams every week, I kind of felt an urgency to get videos out more frequently, because I was frequently, I slurred that. Man, every week I seem to slur a certain word. So what was I saying? Yeah, before I was doing streams, I felt the urgency to get more videos out frequently, because I'm like, you guys aren't really going to hear from me unless I do a video. So I was kind of more focused on getting videos done. But now that I do these streams, it's almost like, well, we can catch up, Saturday nights at 7. So if I don't do a video, it's not really going to be a big deal, because we're still talking about topics and stuff. Granted, they're not the topics I have planned for my videos, but still, you're still getting El Supersonic Q. But really what's bogged me down is kind of, I almost want to say to some extent, like what happened with when I was collecting, and I'm like, oh, my collecting was all over the place. My videos are kind of all over the place. With regards to topics and scripts that are half finished and videos that are half edited and stuff. It seems like the biggest issue I have right now is fighting losing interest in a topic. Because like one day I'll be really interested in one topic and I'll type like half a script, and I'll obviously you can't, oftentimes I don't finish a script in one day. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to come back to the script tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I just totally either lose interest in the script, or I just don't feel like writing, or a number of things. And then a couple more days pass and I'm like, man, remember that video I was supposed to do? Like, what the heck? I don't want to work on that, but I need to get a video out. And then I have another idea for a video, and I'll start that script. And then that'll get half done. So I'm not going to really, I don't want to give away exactly what topic I'm focusing on, because I think it's the fun of the video, is the surprise. But I do want to say that I have like 3 active scripts that I've started in the past week that I just haven't gotten around to like finishing. And I think a really large part of that, kind of where this downward spiral originated from, is last year, actually. Well, last year was really weird because I was sick and stuff towards the end of the year, and it was the holidays and stuff, so I didn't have time for videos. But I had started a script on a pilot episode to a cartoon show that I went on a hunt trying to find. I'm not going to tell you guys the end result because that would spoil the video. But the end result that I would need to conclude my video has not been like resolved yet. I'm still waiting on something. And that it's been like that for like 3 months. And this was one video that I was actually going to be the first video of 2017 was this video, but I was waiting on this one person to get back to me, and they didn't get back to me. And it's just been in hiatus forever. And that was one video that I was really passionate about finishing, and I was really interested in it. And ever since I haven't been able to finish it, I think that's played an influence in like me just not wanting to finish scripts, or really not feeling motivated to finish scripts, is because, I'm like, oh, there's this one video that I really wanted to do, but like I can't do it, and I have to find like a replacement video for it. And it's just been like idea after idea after idea. So I do think, though, there's one video. I started the script a couple days ago, and I'm still interested enough in it, like right now. It's still kept enough of my attention where I think I can probably get it done. I want to say this week maybe, because it's not a super hard video to make. I want to say it's more along the lines of the mystery of prototypes. It's not actually a mystery video. It's a spin-off, but I'd like to not think that. Because it's not really, it kind of just covers this topic. It's kind of more informative and speculative. It's not really a mystery, but it's something that I think I should probably be able to finish because it's not super duper complicated, and I'm quite interested in it right now. So that should be coming this week. I hope it can come this week, because I know I still have like that O'Hare video. I wasn't even thinking about the O'Hare video when I said I have 3 scripts in the works right now. But that was one video that like I did the live stream recording for, and some of you guys heard me record the audio for it, and the audio is still up in the live stream archive playlist on my channel and stuff. But like I did the audio for it, and I'm just like, man, what the heck am I doing? Stupid plush mystery. Like, granted, there's some really cool plush mysteries, but like this one just didn't feel like anything special after I had gotten through the recording of it. And then I fell into that like, wow, why collect kind of, downfall. But then reorganize my collection, fix that, so maybe I can come back to that at a later point. Not really interested in O'Hare now, whatever. So that's kind of the deal with the videos. I would really like to get this one video out this week, though, because the one I'm talking about that I'm still really passionate about, because just thinking about it right now, I'm still really passionate about it. I don't want to give away too much, like I said, but it's I guess the best way to put it, it's a culture lost, an era lost that we'll never return to. And I'll explain that in the video once you guys know the topic and stuff. But it's a very cool topic that I'm just very fascinated with. And some of you guys might, when you see it, you'd be like, "What the heck? Like, how is this fascinating?" But to me, it is because it's something I never got to experience. And it's something that I wish I was able to experience. Kind of like in some vein, kind of like in the early 2000s when like people were in like chat rooms and stuff, like like AOL Instant Messenger and like all that kind of like early stuff, like like the early stuff that I never got to experience that nowadays just seems so dated but timeless at the same time. It's just really cool to think about. So while we're talking about my stuff, that kind of does it for the video. But while we're talking about my stuff, and while I try and think about more topics off the top of my head, I am going to plug this because it's my stream, and I'm not going to lie, I am still hurting for money to some extent. Oh, actually, this is really cool for any of you guys. Well, I guess I'm not really gonna disclose this. Hold up, man. Thanks, internet. I'm really gonna disclose this, but for anyone in the chat who I don't know, like has been to any of the conventions I've been to in the past year or so, you might not be. Some of you, I know some of you guys were, maybe. Anyway, the Comic-Con in my area was just announced. So that's really, really cool because I guess I get to have another shot at kind of getting my El Supersonic Q name out there and making contacts and selling my work. And I had a really fun time last year at Comic-Con, and it's back again this year. So I guess if any of you guys know what I'm talking about or in my area, that's happening in April, the second weekend in April, I believe. So that's going to be really fun to just honestly meet some fans, because there's some fans in my area that I've met before. But also just kind of just the whole convention scene experience. It's really fun. So I'm really glad that was announced. But I guess more so to the point nowadays, or like right now, is I am still hurting for money to some extent. And I do still have a lot of sculptures that never sold or anything. So, and it is my stream, so I'm gonna throw it out there. If you guys want some like clay sculptures of mine, got some pretty cool stuff up on my Etsy page. I guess just I'll drop the link and you guys can check it out for yourself. What? Error. Try again. Edit and try again. Oh, can I not like drop this link? Can I not drop the link, guys? Can I not drop my Etsy account link? If I can, I'd be really mad. Maybe I can't drop the link. Hold up. Because I was going to drop the link to my Etsy page if any of you guys are interested in any of my merchandise or anything. Or, well, all right. Well, thanks, YouTube. I guess I can't drop the link to my Etsy page, but if you go... I don't even have the video up anymore. If you go on Etsy and type in champion and then pants, all as one word, which props if any of you guys actually do that. I guess I took the video down and the link isn't working for some reason, but I have stuff up on my Etsy page called Champion Pants, all one word. They're sculptures of like Mario riding Yoshi and Luigi's Mansion and Tails and some other stuff, Boshi, I think. And I just had them and they haven't sold or anything. So if any of you guys are interested in any of my original works, there you go. You can check them out on my Etsy page. I don't know why the link's not working. It just says error, try again, but I'm not going to fix the mess with it now because it's just going to create too much disruption in the stream. So I guess otherwise, I think that kind of does it for topics. I guess we got through this pretty well in 40 minutes. That's not bad. I am going to try and think of a couple more things before I go. Yeah, so just if anybody who missed it at the beginning when I said it, if I've been ignoring comments or not paying attention to you, it's because what I want to do for these streams is make them a little more polished. So did I slur that too? Polished. So what I wanted to do is go for an hour or so just talking about my topics. And then after that, from 8 to 9, if you guys had comments or questions, I would specifically go over and just read those. I just thought it would create a better kind of flow of the stream. Because last week, for anybody who wasn't here, I had said that when I was listening to past streams where I wouldn't have set topics, They were really choppy and kind of really like awkward sometimes because like I'd read a comment, have like two things to say about it, and then there'd be like 10 seconds of silence while I try and look for another comment. So I figure at least this way we'll have a solid hour of just talking for anybody who just wants to listen. And then after, I'll also greet you guys, and talk about whatever things you wanted to say to me directly. So I guess, man, I'm really trying to think of other things to talk about. I wish I wrote more things down, but I really didn't think we were going to get through all of them that fast. And we didn't even take too many detours, I guess. Well, I am looking at my GameCube right now, and I have been playing Melee. No, don't worry, guys. No Melee playing this week. I already plugged in the computer, so I don't have to go get the charger. But I forgot my water again. That's like a meme from last summer, I think. No, 2 summers ago, where I kept forgetting my water. So hopefully I'll be able to survive another hour and 40 minutes. If we even go that long. Yeah, we'll go that long. 2 hours is a good frame for these. But hey, viewer Collins. I'm just thinking because I'm sure some of you guys in the chat have maybe said viewer Collins, or even not. I've gotten some other messages from people the other day saying, "Hey, you gonna do viewer Collins or blah blah." So yeah, I think I like polishing these streams. I think they've come a long way from when I originally started doing them. So as they progress, I'm sure they'll get better and better. But I'm really liking, like I said, the split hour of content and hour of comments. But I do still have, those guests lined up. We had the Lost Media guy. I think I'll be able to get Sonic Toast, which isn't really a surprise because he was supposed to be here last year, but some stuff happened. So I'm sure I can get him again. Or not again, guys. Yeah. But we can try again to get him on. There are a couple other people that I think I could be able to contact that would probably want to do this because I don't think I assume they would have some free time. I know a lot of you guys want to get the snow-kekcroc creator in here, so that's on the list of people to get in here. I just haven't really. I think the reason why I haven't really gone through with that yet is I don't feel the streams are polished enough to really have huge YouTube guests on them yet. I'd like to kind of figure it out myself a little bit more because I just like myself. Like I really want to figure out how to run these correctly so that when these guests show up, they like it enough where they maybe want to come back or maybe want to, talk about something that's outside of, their topic of interest if they have an opinion of something else, instead of just like having it be like a really awkward, like I didn't say anything, they didn't say anything, like really weird, like, and like awkward pauses and stuff. So, I think towards like the spring and the summer, I'll have it figured out though, but we could maybe have a couple guests on before that. And I'll probably do viewer Collins again before that. But I think to some extent, I'd like to figure out how to do those a little bit better too, because just the last time we did it, it was just like really like, it was like really meme-ish, like really meme. So I'd like a little more control over that. I've been throwing around some ideas, but I haven't decided on anything yet. So I think right now this is a pretty good advancement from where we were last year. So other than that, the only thing I was going to say before all that is I was looking at my GameCube, and yeah, no Melee playing this week, but I have been playing Melee recently, still working on my L canceling and stuff. I'm getting a lot better at L canceling, guys, so that's pretty cool. My wave dashes have just been really bad, though. Like back in November, I was wave dashing really good, but I couldn't L cancel, and now I can L cancel pretty good, but I can't wave dash. So that's an issue. And I still haven't gone to a local tournament in a while. Just stuff came up every time we were going to go, and I haven't been to a Smash 4 or Melee tournament. And I've never been to just a Melee tournament, but I haven't been to a Smash 4 tournament since Shine, and that didn't really count because it was kind of different. I guess I mean a local tourney. I think the last time I went to one was last year. Was it last year? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was in like February of last year, and other than that, the scene dissolved and all the other ones were canceled that we were planning on going to. So I don't know, maybe sometime soon to kind of get back into the Smash game. But yeah, whew, man. The only other thing I can think about, maybe we'll just go take a not Collins. I'll go to the comments early. Just trying to think of other topics that kind of round out the rest of it, because we only have 15 minutes, or okay, I guess 20 minutes or so left of the solo LSSQ. I was gonna have recent purchases be kind of a thing, but I really haven't bought anything recently. I mean, the Cydia Play Arts Cloud was from a while ago, so that's not really recent. And I haven't been to Toys R Us or like Target because I'm going there Monday, I think Monday or Tuesday or someday this week. So it would have been nice if I went there. Then I could have talked a little bit more about what's around and what's not. Oh well, Kid Robot. This is actually a thing. Kid Robot. I have not been able to find the Kid Robot Sonic figures anywhere in store, and that's why I haven't been able to get any yet. Is because I was waiting for them to show up in the store, and they never did. Nowhere has, like, the places that have blind boxes either don't have that one or they're phasing blind boxes out. So I'm gonna have to go online and order them, but I really just don't have the money to spend on that. Like, yo, blind box Kid Robot Sonic, which will probably get like a Badnik or something, or like a Jack specific figure, which I'd rather get the Jack specific figure, but I mean I can't find them, so that's another issue. Speaking of Kid Robot, what did that remind me of? Oh, I was saying Kid Robot. Man, I don't remember what I was thinking of now because I Kid Robot, a blind box. The cool Sonic soap ball bath bombs from Japan. Have any of you guys seen any of those or bought any of those? I really want to get some because they're really cool. So in Japan, for anybody who doesn't know, they're these Sonic bath bombs. It's like a little soap ball. You drop it in water and it like fizzes over the top and stuff. It just goes crazy in the water. And then after it fizzes out, you get a little character inside a little like capsule, and it's like, oh, cool, Gashapon. But I haven't bought any yet, and that's something. Those are only like $5, so I could probably drop the money on those if I really wanted to. But I haven't really found them on any import sites or anything like that. And the ones from Japan were either like out of stock for a really good price or they were kind of expensive. And especially when you're going to be ordering like, or I want at least two or three or four maybe, just because it'd be fun to get a few and then end up with all the same character. But like that would be fun, and I don't want to pay too much for it because that's going to add up fast. Like even at $5, it's $20 for four, and these are really small figures too. So I mean that's really kind of ridiculous. So I'd be fine with paying like $4 or $3 for them, but I just haven't found them for a good price yet. But they're really cool, and at some point I'd like to get them. There's a lot of stuff that I just have on my like to buy list that I just haven't bought yet for any number of reasons. um, I think with that said, though, I think that might do it for this week with the Solo L Supersonic Q, because I really can't think of any more topics, and I don't think I'm going to be able to think of things that are going to last for 15 more minutes. I'm just like looking around. Talking about empty boxes. We talked about Melee. We kind of talked about my. We really didn't talk about my clay. I have not talked about my clay for a really really long time. I think this will be the way we end the solo portion of the stream. So guys, for any of you who don't know, I'm actually a sculptor. Aside from the Mystery of series person, and it's funny too because the past 3 times someone has identified me through like a video or a content, it was the Kelly Toy Fire Mario plush, the I Was a Teenage Gary transformation scene thing, and the Kekcroc video. Those are the 3 videos that people identify me with, and it's like, wow. But yeah, I sculpt. I do sculptures. For anyone who doesn't know, I have that playlist on my channel of video game play figure models videos, which was my original series back in 2009. And unfortunately, it's fallen kind of by the wayside in the past couple years. Because first off, the sculptures are getting harder and harder to make nowadays, and they take longer and longer to make. And a lot of the times when I'm trying to get a video out, I can't spend 3 weeks on a sculpture to get that one video out. You know, that's kind of why the Mystery of series is so big as it is because I need content that I can make and air in some kind of, decent time span. But also the clay videos, especially when I was making them last. Now, to be fair, the last time, I think the last clay video I made was Clay Models 12 number 2, and that was last year. I think June, was it? No, May. May of last year. And just between that time and now, I've gotten like, what, 1,700 subscribers or so? Because it's one of the reasons why I stopped doing the series, is because for the amount of time I was putting into it, I really felt bad that they weren't getting more views, and stupid like whatever else I was doing, like collection videos, would get more views. So it kind of deterred me. I think that was the word I was looking for. No, discouraged. That was the word I was looking for way long time ago. But yeah, so I kind of got discouraged from making the videos, and that's why, for all you guys in the chat who know, video game clay figure model segment number 12, number 3, which is the Nintendo Generation Set 2, has been delayed for a year because I just haven't felt the urgency to do it. But now that the Mystery of series is not coming to an end, so don't take that away from what I'm going to say. But like, now that I'm kind of in like a slump of like, okay, the Mystery of series, kind of, I have like, it's scattered all over the place. Some topics I'm going to get out, but I'm looking for some more content to kind of pad the Mystery of series. I think clay is something I'm going to go back to. And I have some sculptures. I have a freaking Kekcroc sculpture from like 5 months ago that I still have to paint. And I have another sculpture that I never finished that I still have to finish sculpting. And I have the Generations 2 set. And there are plenty of other things I want. But I think one of the issues there, at least in modern times, is, aside from the whole time thing, is that like, when I sculpt, I never feel like it should be for me. It has to be for Comic-Con, or it has to be for Etsy. And going back to the time thing to some extent, I really don't like combining pre-colored clay and white clay, or or I guess pre-colored clay and paint, or pre-colored clay, white clay, whatever, because I really don't like. I usually just do one or the other, all white clay and paint, or all pre-colored clay and whatever. The issue with the pre-colored clay is that it kind of makes stuff look cheap, more so than the painted stuff, but that takes tons of time. And I've never really been able to find a happy medium between the two, so I've just never really done anything, because I don't want my models to look cheap and like amateurish, but I also don't have 9,000. Even if I do have 9,000 hours, I don't have the willpower or the attention span to really drive myself to finish those really long sculptures. But I've never really tried this, and it was something I think I thought about a few months ago, is that what if I combine the two? You know, I can paint on the really specific details and stuff, like the facial features, and maybe if there are any intricate little designs or something, or I can paint on intricate, whatever. I can add on with the white clay or the paint to make stuff look more detailed, but I can use the colored clay as a raw base, so I don't have to spend 10 hours just painting some guy's shirt or something, like one color. So that's the thing I think I'm going to look into, soon. I'm probably going to be buying some clay soon anyway, because I need more for Comic-Con. So maybe I'll set some of that aside and try to get myself back into sculptures with some more basic, classic 2009, 2010 video game clay figure models era type sculptures that still kind of have that old school feel, but also still look, really, really polished and really new. Because I've never really tried it before, so I don't really know how it's going to look, I guess. And it would be good if I made at least one to, see how it would end up looking before I decide, okay, this didn't work, or okay, I should make more of these, because anything to get me back into sculpting, that would help. Because I'm looking at my clay right now, like all my clay right now, or at least the ones that aren't packed away, because I had to pack a lot of them away like 2 years ago, I think. But I'm looking at a lot of my clay right now, and like, it sucks that like a lot of the sets, like the Nintendo bobblehead set, has 2 characters, and that was from 2012. And there were 3 other ones planned from like 2010 or something, and they never got done. And like my opposable melee characters, I have Fox and Marth, but I never did a Captain Falcon, and I was supposed to. Now, granted, those were all painted and all stuff, but like, if I can like get something done with the pre-colored and the paint white clay, then I'll do it, because that's better than not getting it done at all. And maybe it'll look better than some of the other stuff, because on some of like the bobblehead stuff, there is some paint bleed and some paint, splat. Like, okay, it's not messy, but there are some inaccuracies that maybe if I use color clay, I could have fixed that. So I guess we'll find out soon enough. But I think with that said, that's a good spot to end my solo El Supersonic Q stream. So, um, I guess the stream's not over. I'm just ending the solo portion, so whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed that long, like 15-minute talk of my stuff. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I guess I'll turn it over to the comments now. I haven't even been looking at the comments. Like I've literally had the Hangout screen just over the YouTube page because I really wanted to get into the discussion points. So, like I said, I'll turn to the comments now. If you guys had anything that you wanted me to see, or if you have any questions or anything like that, then I'll try and go old school stream and like hit up every single comment that I can. If I miss some, whoops, but I'll try to get every comment, and we'll do this for about another hour. So here we are. Yeah. Whew. So I'm just going to jump in to the stream. The first thing I saw was the Foxtrot saying, "So much Kekroc." And then right after that, Baker Skills said, "Kekroc is love, Kekroc is Shrek." We got the Kekrocs going on. Guys, I'm so glad you still bring the Kekrocs, because that's really cool. James Fat with the solo fin. Yeah. Actually, I guess that was a solo fin, yeah. Until the next solo stream, everyone's going to leave. And they're going to meme that I said fin. Poker Merns, yeah. The R kind of went in with the end. Is sitting here playing Mario Kart. Ooh, which Mario Kart is it? Yo, Realis says, "Guys, calm down with the Kekroc." Sonic Gamer, the snow-kekcroc. Actually, yeah, what I was doing was what I was doing earlier is I was gonna build a snowman, okay, but I'm like, hey, yo, okay, not even a snowman. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna sculpt in the snow. I ended up making a snow Mario. It looks pretty cool. I'll post a pic on Twitter later. But at one point, my sister's like, "Hey, what if you did Kekroc?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't want this to be a meme. It's gonna be a Mario snowman." But a snow Kekroc could have happened. Sonic Jr. 24224 said, "El Supersonic Q, what inspired you to do your Mystery of series?" It's actually a pretty good question. Man, I gotta say it was an accident how that ended up happening. So the origins of the Mystery of series actually dates back to 2015, I believe, with my Metroid Dread video. So I don't exactly know, or actually, I'm trying to think. Actually, this is what happened. This is what happened. Actually, it dates back farther than that. The very first kind of mystery video, it dates back farther than that. Okay, so I'm an active member of the Lost Media community, Lost Media Wiki, or yeah, I'm an active member. I just don't go on the site very often, but I look for Lost Media and stuff. And the very first, yeah, so I was interested in Lost Media because I had seen, videos and Lost Media, believe it or not, was not as big 2 years ago as it was now. So 2 years ago was when I first found about the Lost Media Wiki and stuff, and I had heard about this show called Kablam on Nickelodeon. It was a show called Kablam. It was a cartoon variety show from the late '90s, and I don't know, it's cool. It's a little dated, a little mysterious, just because it wasn't aired very well. No DVD releases or anything like that. And there was a rumored lost, rare, secret episode called Episode 29. And that, for some reason, sparked my interest a lot, a whole lot. And that was, I believe, the very first, like mystery of, lost media video that I did, except I called that series Does It Exist? Because at the time, I focused on does this exist? It wasn't really a mystery. I just called it Does It Exist? And then after that, I kind of, I don't know how, but I just went into like video game mysteries. I was just like, hey, there's cartoon mysteries, there are video game mysteries. And I found out about Metroid Dread. Now, I could have called the video, because in Metroid Dread, for anyone who doesn't know, is kind of a rumored Metroid game that never really was announced, but it was kind of hinted at. I have a video on it. You could watch it if you haven't. And that video was like, a mysterious Metroid video. Now, I could have easily called that video Metroid Dread Does It Exist? But for some reason, like the word mystery kind of just came to mind because I like the alliteration, the mystery of Metroid Dread. It just felt so much catchier than Does It Exist? And because I had titled it that, and then it actually was really popular. It got 1,000, or I think it got like 1,000 views in like a month or so, which at the time was like a lot of views for me. I'm like, wow, the mystery of Metroid Dread is doing really well. Um, Maybe I'll do more Metroid mystery videos, and I actually did. I did the Metroid 2 DX one, which was like a rumored Game Boy Color version of the original Game Boy Metroid, except I called that one um, Metroid DX Does It Exist? But then I'm like, no, I shouldn't call it that. I should call it the Mystery of Metroid DX, so that it goes together in a series. And ever since that, that video and that kind of light bulb went off, I've just continued to go on with the mystery of whatever videos. And I guess to kind of get to the core of the question, Lost Media is really what inspired it, I guess, in Kablam episode 29 from way back in the day, because that's really what started it. So Mario 64 said, I found these cool Mega Man X model kits I might look into. Ooh, Mega Man model kits. Oh, Mega Man X model kits. That's even better. X is definitely my favorite kind of Mega Man, especially full armor. I don't know much about the model kits, so I know there are a few of them that are pretty rare. Ultra Cheesy Studio said xylophone, true or false? I'm gonna go with a false on that one. Mario Party Tomy minifigure Mario said, I bought a Mario Party fight of Donkey Kong from an Asian market for 99 cents with tag. I hope the tag was in the correct spot with a gold like neck string around its neck, because I mean, I guess it's possible, but I would be super duper skeptical. Valkyrie said El Supersonic Q, the mystery of the Klonoa 2 beta. Ooh, beta? See, that's one thing I never really got into, was like specific betas. I know I'm already 9,000 comments behind, but I will get to all the comments, guys, so don't worry. Yeah, actually, yeah, Sonic Jr. actually was what I was thinking. There's a Klonoa 2 beta. Like, I guess, like, I don't really know a lot about Klonoa, and like Piggy the Gamer was saying stuff about a Glover 2 beta. I have to look into that, but like, betas is one thing, or I guess the Glover 2 was never released, I guess. I don't really know what's up with Klonoa. But betas is one thing that I kind of tried to stray away from when I did my videos. Like, unless there was something, like, I'm trying to think of an example of a video that I did, like, a beta. Like, okay, the Sonic 1 prototype video I did, I guess you can say that's technically a beta, but because there's so much more mystery around it, I considered it a mystery video. But if something is so much as just strict like a beta, like these are the differences between this game and that game, then there's not much to say. Maybe Klonoa 2 isn't like that. I don't know. I would have to look into it. So Riala said, guys, there's a prototype snow-kekcroc. It's canon. Guys, is snow-kekcroc canon? That's awesome. Mr. Video VGM said, your sister is wiser than you. She said you should do Kekroc, and you said no. If you ask why, the real question is why not? I guess why not, because it was a meme. I didn't want a snow meme. I mean, there's still snow out there. I could go outside any day this week and go make one. Maybe I will, guys. That might happen. Don't be surprised if you see a snow Kekroc video on my channel later on this week. After the new video I was talking about that I really want to get done, though, because that's a little bit more important. Yo, Mario with the I guess Mario 64, I should say. I might buy those bootleg kits. Yo, with the X kits bootlegs, I thought unless you're talking about something else, I thought, man, I thought you meant like non-bootlegs. JGV said, how weird does Rhapsody Street Kids look? It looks really weird, like disgustingly weird. I actually narrated that video on Matt's channel about it, but yeah, it's pretty disgusting. And the story about how the head of the Lost Media Wiki actually ended up getting it is really wacky. Like, he sent the producer some money to like buy it a long time ago, and the producer scammed him. But then they ended up finding like someone else who had it. I don't remember the whole story, but it was pretty weird. Baker Skills said, do a video on the mystery of the Lego game released in 1995 on the Sega Pico. Sega Pico sounds pretty interesting. I imagine there are some pretty mysterious things on that. I would have to look into exactly what the mystery is with that game, but sounds kind of interesting. Mario Party Tomy said do a mystery of DS Air. What's that? Never heard about that. Sonic Jr. with the lost media is such a spooky topic. Yeah, it definitely is. It's something that is like really cool to like talk about and discuss. Especially with me, the stuff I really enjoy the most is cartoon pilots. Lost cartoon pilots is one of the coolest lost media things to me, even beyond some of the video game topics I've covered. Just lost cartoon pilot, lost cartoon episodes, cartoon like hoax episodes. That kind of stuff is like super duper interesting to me. This just caught my eye. Pat Mike said, El Supersonic Q, important question. What would you do if you could get a Mario Party 5 Peach for a solid $9.82? Nope, I'm not referencing any recent events at all. Well, if that could happen, I would probably go off on one of my public, wow, guys, don't spend $500 on plushes just because one person on eBay has them rant. That would probably happen, but it didn't happen, did it? No, you're not going to find a Peach for $9. It didn't happen, Pat Mac. Mystery of My Nibas, Riala said. Oh yeah, I remember that was kind of memed a while back. That would be a good, I guess, kind of like I don't know what kind of video that would be. Um oh, Pokemerns said Mystery of Sonic 2 beta. What's up with the Sonic 2 beta? Is that lost or anything? Oh yeah, wait, isn't there like a real yeah, I heard stuff about a Sonic 2 beta one time. I forget exactly what I heard, but I definitely heard something about it. Mario Party Tommy said, do the mystery of Kid Kirby and Twinkle Popo. Never heard of Twinkle Popo. Kid Kirby would be an interesting mystery, but I think it's more along the line. See, this is just what I'm just assuming because I've heard about it before. I thought it was more along the lines of just like beta unreleased, not so much a mystery game like Yeah Beavis or something. But yeah, I think Glitchy 5 from a long time ago wanted me to do a mystery of like a Kirby GameCube game, I think. I never did it. Well, there are a lot of different the mystery of topics that go through the mystery of topic mill. So, mystery of Go-Go's Crazy Bones TV show. That sounds like it would be more like Lost Media, like a show that aired like once and was never seen again. JTV said, anyone heard of the lost episode of SpongeBob called Sea Party? Sounds too spooky to be true. Riala said, betas are cool, but lost media and bootleg games are where it is for me. Yeah, I'm interested in betas, but not so much to like research them and make videos about them, like strict betas, as I said. The lost media, I agree with you. Bootlegs, yeah, that's one thing I know I've talked about in the past that bootlegs and me do not mix. I understand why people like the obscure bootlegs, but I just do not do that. I just can't do. I can't do bootlegs. Like, no, just nothing unofficial. I can't do. Mystery of Mario Party 5 M plush Senai Japan. Mario Party Tommy said, "Oh yeah. I think that's fake though. I think we kind of debunked it as fake, just because it's definitely just an obscure bootleg. I think. That's all it really is." Lux said, "Question: did you get a photo of most of the snow-kekcroc?" Oh no. Or did I sound like I had started it? Because I didn't even start it. I had like the base for a snowman, and then my sister said do Kekroc, and then I said no, I'm going to do Mario. I never even started making it. So the only thing lost about it would be just the idea. But maybe I will go up this week and actually make one. I didn't think there was so much desire for a snow Kekroc. The snow Mario looks pretty good, so I think a snow Kekroc could be doable. Super Kekroc Odyssey, Sonic Jr. said, nice. Bryx was. Did someone say Kekroc and 64 in the same sentence? Oh, Bryx also said, I almost made a snow Geno plush today. Nice. Oh my gosh. Dude, that meme is never going to die. The Geno plushes in the snow. Or snow. new winter meme though. The Snow Mario Party 5 Luigi plush. I'm gonna say this out loud. Pat Max said, "M Mario from the Mario Party 5 set is worth $30." That's the truth, and we're not even just like kidding when we say that. Like legitimately, it is not worth the absurd prices you see on eBay. Oh, Pokemon said the mystery of Ed and Eddie episode 34. That's actually just when I was researching my some Ed and Eddie Lost Pilot thing from a while ago on Lost Media Wiki. That was something that actually came up, and that's a totally fake, stupid, dumb creepypasta. Nah, that's I would not ever cover creepypastas as a mystery or even take them as a fact or anything. Oh, Twinkle Popo was prototype Kirby? Huh. Didn't know that next sweater. You have to look into that, I guess. Sonic Gamer said, "Who's excited for Zelda art and artifacts?" I'm not really excited for it just because I'm not really a big video game book guy, but it looks like it's a really high quality book for those that are interested. But I really have no desire to get it, no plans to get it, so I probably won't, but it is pretty cool to see. Kekroc Party 10. Valkyrie saw the 0 and X for... Oh, for some reason, my eyes, because Kekroc Party 10 is right below that comment, my eyes put Kekroc in where X is, so I was reading El Supersonic Q, I saw the 0 and Kekroc for $30. I'm like, what? 0 and X, what? Did I say something about 0 and X earlier? I don't even know what Mega Man said I was talking about earlier. JTV says, "Yeah, yeah, Beavis" translated to English as "Yeah, yeah, babies." Actually, yeah, I talked about this last week, a little, or maybe 2 weeks ago, about "Yeah, yeah, Beavis" and some new stuff that's come to light with it. There was a post on the Lost Media Wiki. Someone had talked to. Actually, I think they commented on this on my video, and then they posted it on the wiki, and then I commented on the wiki about their comment. Anyway, it was something about the Power Pad, and there was a list of Power Pad games. Okay, I think it was like this. I'm probably ruining the whole, like, the timeline of events, but I think it was like this. The Power Pad comes out in Japan with a bunch of games. Power Pad comes out in the US with like one game. There were some games that were localized from the Japanese Power Pad to the American Power Pad. There were some that weren't. The ones that weren't in the timeline would have, based on like the localizations of the other games, would have been localized the same exact year that like Yeah Yeah Beavis began being listed in magazines and stuff. And Yeah Yeah Beavis translated is something like Yeah Yeah Baby. I don't think it's exactly that, but it's something like that, which is a Power Pad game. So it's speculated. The current theory that I believe is that it was a Power Pad game that was never localized and it was like mistranslated. So there's more on Last Media Wiki about that, but I think that's a really solid theory, and that's the last I heard of it. Mario 64 says, "So did you hear I got an animation cell of Goku when he's about to go Super Saiyan 3 for the first time?" I don't know if I did, but that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, you're going pretty hard with the cells recently. You had the Mario Super Show one. I think you had a couple other Dragon Ball Z ones, right? I thought you did. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to see a picture later, though, because I don't think I've seen a picture of that yet. Oh. I don't know why I'm like I'm like, man, my throat's like whatever. I should go get a drink, and I yawned somehow. Like, what the heck? Bryek said, "If you found a Geno plush in a Mario Party 5 plush in Dark Hollow, which one would you grab first?" Geno plush, without a doubt. Mario Party 5 Luigi plush can just go die. The Banjo-Kazooie, I'm glad he's joking. Guys, Super Mario Logan is the best YouTuber ever, and thus Mario Party 5 Mario is amazing. I'm so glad you're joking. It was funny because I don't remember where this comment came from. It may have been on some other video, some like Mario Party 5 unboxing or something, where someone said, or it was the description of a Mario Party 5 unboxing plush, and the kid is like, yeah, not the guy, the kid is like, like, I don't care how much I paid for this plush. I don't care, blah blah blah. Like, I bought this plush because I'm a Super Mario Logan fan. And I'm just like, yeah, never mind the Mario part or the fact that it's Nintendo. You're a Super Mario Logan fan. You need the Super Mario Logan Mario Party 5 Mario plush. Like, yeah, sure. Soma Crew said recent pickups: the Mega Man amiibo, the Funko Funtime Foxy figure, and the Little Buddy Yoshi plush. Bought them from GameStop. Pretty good pickups. The Mega Man amiibo is something I always wanted. And if it had been rarer at the time that I saw it, I probably would have bought it. But by the time I was seeing them, they weren't really rare. And yeah, okay, yeah. Oh well, Supersonic, you buying the rare. It's all about the rare. But I think everyone to some extent got into the amiibo rare hype, and I certainly did to some extent. But I just never ended up getting them. Uh, Riala said, Creepypastas got me into Lost Media. So sad. Man, it's kind of funny. Bryax said, do you think Nintendo will revive Metroid Dread for the Nintendo Switch? Nope. I think Metroid Dread won't ever see the light of day. I think we're going to get Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch. I really think so. Metroid Dread, not so much. I don't think that'll ever come out. JTV said, when are you going to finish the Kekroc Clay model? Man, I really don't know. I mean, honestly, okay, and this is the thing too, because I'm thinking about painting it, okay? And this is the issue with the paint as well. I sculpted that out of like really dark crap clay, and Kekroc has two colors on him that are going to give me issues with that: white and yellow. Both of those paint colors do not like paint on dark clay very well. So I'm going to have to do multiple coats, and even then it might not be an even coat, because I'm thinking back to my Roy clay sculpture. His sword holder was a dark color, and I was painting it yellow, and the yellow really wasn't working on the dark color, and this Kekroc is like the same color as that, so I might have to just sculpt a new one. Or what I could maybe do, this might actually be what I was talking about, where I can combine colored clay with clay I have to paint or whatever. I can salvage the body and paint that green, because that shouldn't be an issue, and then sculpt the eyes out of white and the hat out of yellow pre-colored clay separately, and then kind of bring the two together. That might happen. I don't know when it's going to get done, though. And next sweater with the classic, I'm going to go shower, don't swear. Baker Skill said, favorite Weird Al Yankovic song? I think someone actually asked me a really long time ago if I listened to Weird Al, and I actually don't, so I don't really have any like any insight to that. Wow, I missed like a lot of comments. Mystery of original Zelda amiibo, Sonic Gamer said. What mystery is there with that? Oh, the Foxtrot said a while back I mentioned a set of odd Super Mario Bros. 2 Shrinky Dinks alongside some others, so I finally got some pictures up. If you want, I can send them to you on Twitter. Yeah, either send them to me DM at LSupersonic or just tweet them to me at LSupersonic because I would really like to see those, because I remember when you said that. Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. Valkyrie said El Supersonic Q, they're going to make Dragon Ball Super Toys and Roblox. Oh yeah, both of those were actually announced at or the Dragon Ball Super figures were announced at Toy Fair today. I think the Jazzwares Roblox figures have been out for a while. Yeah, because I saw some in Toys R Us last time I was there, so I knew about that, and I had seen the Dragon Ball Super figures earlier, but Roblox I kind of care less about. The Dragon Ball Super figures I won't get, but that's really cool that they exist. Riala said, remember when El Supersonic Q announced viewer Collins? I didn't think we were going to do that tonight, though. Sonic Jr. with the Wii U flops in sales, yet Amiibo sells a lot. Yeah, I think that was just because Amiibo kind of catered to all the markets. The people who had the Wii U and wanted them for the games, the collectors, the scalpers, the resellers, the kids who wanted Mario action figures. So, yeah. Valkyrie said, "El Supersonic, did you know a copy? Did you know a copy of Conquer is rare? Get the joke." Oh, okay. First, I was reading that in my head. I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, copy of Conquer is rare. I guess to some extent, it kind of is a little on the scarcer side, right? In general, anyway. Ultra Cheesy Studios said, if you could be friends with Mallet or Gino, who would you kidnap and sell on eBay? I'd probably be friends with Gino. I'd probably kidnap Mallow and sell him on eBay because I could probably get just as much for Mallow as I could for Gino. Because even think about this: if a Gino ever was to pop up, do you think it would go for more than a Mallow, or do you think people would just assume that it was like around the same rarity as Mallow? Like, okay, think about it. I like pretend Mallow goes for 2,000. Do you think a Gino would actually go for more than 2,000, or do you think like once a plush ceiling has been hit, it's been hit? And Mallow and Gino are pretty much on the same. Okay, I know they're not really on the same like tier. You know, Gino would be higher, but like, think about it from an eBay reselling standpoint. Do you really think a Gino would really get much higher than a Mallow? Like, you know, if one was to pop up like right now, regardless, though, I could still make bank with Mallow and I'd have a Gino in my possession, so that'd be fine with me. Brian said, "Do you think there will be any new 2D Metroid of any kind, even a remake of Metroid 2?" I don't think a 2D Metroid will happen. No, I think because I don't know how they would really. I guess I should say I don't know the Switch well enough to really say they could or could not do it. Maybe with like the way they could do the controls, you could have some kind of like, you know, with like the Joy Cons, maybe they could have some kind of like stupid way to play like Metroid Other Realm. That was, you know, that combined 2D and 3D and all that stuff because it used the Wii remotes in a different way. So maybe they could do that with the stuff, or just, you know, whatever the Wii or not Wii, whatever the Switch can do. But I mean, from a just straight up standpoint, no, I think they're gonna capitalize on like ridiculously gorgeous graphics and just go for a traditional 3D Metroid game because we haven't had one since Metroid Prime 3. So to be honest, what creature is Kekroc? Sonic Jr. said. Pretty sure he's a crocodile. That's why he's a Kekroc. Crocodile. Crocodile. Yeah. JTV said, my friend has a DVD of the Lost Disney show Captain Carlos. Get that on the internet for the Lost Media Wiki to see. Oh, Piggy the Gamer is back. Okay, this is where I left off. Do a mystery of SpongeBob last episode. You gotta be more specific than that. James Fat said, Metro Prime for Switch. You sure that the people said about it being on the Wii U? Okay, yes, but Rare has been dropping lots of hints, like legitimate hints. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo said they were going to have Metroid on Wii U. Well, even if they didn't, okay, yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it all day long because I hope it comes true. Riala said, who's my waifu? Theirs is Mario Party 5 Luigi. That was good. Baker Skills said, I own a Bubble Bath Game Boy Advance. I can't find any info on it. Bubble Bath Game Boy Advance? Is it a custom, maybe? I've never heard of that. Oh, Mario with a link to the cell he's getting. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. I do recall seeing this one actually. Yeah. Okay, that's actually a pretty sweet. Oh, I guess it comes full circle because you saw that on that other place, you know, the other place, and then that guy ended up getting it. I guess you ended up getting it after all, so it's pretty good. Bryax said, honestly, don't think we're getting Prime 4. I believe there's going to be a Prime-esque game that follows up with Sylex and Samus. Huh. I never even finished Hunter, so I don't know exactly how important that is to the series, but isn't Hunter just a spin-off anyway? Um, and even so, I don't really think I could see them doing any weird timeline stuff with it, like with a Metroid. I just imagine them going forward with it, honestly. Like at this point, it's literally been like 9 years. So, or okay, I guess no, because Other M was okay. I guess if you count freaking stupid Federation Force, but if you don't count that and you do count Other M, um, it's been what 7 years. So still, Sonic Gamer said, "El Super Sonic U, the Mallows are customs. I bet." I kind of disagree with that. Well, you know what? I thought the Fire Mario was a prototype and it might be a bootleg. So honestly, maybe the Mallow is a custom. I mean, we haven't seen we haven't seen a tush tag to my knowledge. If we could find a tush tag, I think 100% we'd be able to confirm it's real. But honestly, without a tush tag, yeah, we guess we really don't know. Mario Party told me with the Mallow is a bootleg. Now I don't think Mallow's a bootleg. Ultra Cheesy Studios is leaving. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just reposition myself here. It's not a custom. They made bubble bath versions of the original Game Boy. Okay, I didn't. I assumed it was an SP for some reason. I didn't know it was. Okay. Wait, search it up. Wait, how am I supposed to search it up if? How am I supposed to search it up if, like, you said you couldn't find any info on it? Pokemurns said, "Do a mystery of Cars 3." JK. Maybe if it ended up getting like canceled, then I would. The ending of Prime 3 and Federation Force teased at Silux. Oh, the ending of Prime 3 did? Because I never played Prime 3, so, I guess that makes sense. I guess that's a possibility then. They could still call it Prime 4, though. Do a mystery of the BDNA Kirby? Ooh, that would be a cool video, yeah. The canceled BDNA plushes. Riella said the mystery of my green Eeyore plush. I remember that from a few weeks ago. Kekcroc Crocs in the battle. Let's not. Yeah, the classic game Federation Force, Riella. Yeah, that game. Let's always forget that game. Oh, Pokemon said El Supersonic, you do a mystery of the BDNA King Balmont plush. Yeah, that would all kind of fit into like one big video, but I'm not really sure exactly what the mystery of those would be because they were just canceled. Toy Site went under, and they just never came out. So I guess it would just be more like the mystery of Toy Site. Oh, Mr. Video VGM said, I thought the joke is that Kekroc was an alligator. No, I think it's because he's a croc. He's a Kekroc, I think. Baker Skill said I need to listen to Weird Al. Well, I don't know, just not my kind of music. I actually one of my least favorite kinds of music is parody music, so that probably won't ever happen. Sonic Gamer said Switch Amiibo. I don't know how hard Nintendo's going to bank on Amiibo. I think, I don't really know what. Actually, they're probably just. I don't know why I said I don't know how hard they're going to bank on Amiibo. They're probably going to release new Amiibos for every game they come out with. So I really don't know. Could be in store for like Amiibos with games. I didn't think Breath of the Wild was going to have as many Amiibos as it did. So if they do, like a Metroid game, they got Metroid Amiibos. I guess it's just going to depend on what games they come out with. I don't really have any preferences though. Okay, like a Sonic Resistance amiibo line, like yeah, okay, that would be cool. Or like a Sonic Mania. But like other than that, I don't know. Like Metroid, I already have all the Samus figures I really need. Um. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this earlier, but I forgot that Wonder Festival is happening in Japan. The new Figuarts Metroid Prime 3 Samus was shown, I'm getting that figure. It looks so good. Do a mystery of the sad cheese plush. Trying to remember what that is. Oh, is that like the Sonic X one, like the UFO one with the sad face? Yeah, I think I recall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, it's coming back to me now. Hmm. Mr. Video VGM said Mallow can't be a bootleg because bootlegs are copying the designs of a piece of merchandise. Customs are just people creating their own merchandise, kind of like what else Supersonic Q does with his clay. Um, the only like the counter example I can give to that is like the Kelly toy Waluigi. Like that doesn't copy anything else, but it's trying to. Well, okay, like I don't know. Like you could say like the bootleg Kelly toy Waluigi. Yes, it doesn't copy a specific design, but it's trying to copy Kelly toy design. So I guess you could say that the Mallow. I guess you could kind of say the Mallow is a bootleg. Like you could say it's a bootleg if it was made with the intention to dupe people to thinking it was in the the Mario RPG line. Yeah, I get what you're saying though. It's kind of like bootleg versus custom versus all that stuff. I get exactly what you're saying though. Baker Skills said the mystery of yeah, that Chrism 2195 guy. I forgot all about that. Sorry. Oh, Pat Max said, Supersonic Q, I'm thinking of making a video on the BDNA stuff so I don't have to. Yeah, I mean if I would, it would be the mystery of Toy Site, and that's I feel like when I did my prototype video that kind of covered it like generically covered all the companies, but like I don't see myself doing videos on like specific companies and like their canceled stuff. Except let's asterisk that. Asterisk. Mario Party told me said I just got the 2013 Sentai Knuckles. Wow. That's a pretty uncommon plush. Sonic Jr. said, I still have my old Wii. It's the original model, not the family edition. Oh, that's pretty cool. I still have my old Wii as well. Yeah, I still use it too. That's good. It's still in working shape. Real, I never had a Wii. Oh no. You skipped a pretty kind of good generation of games. Yeah, you missed some good games on Wii. Baker Skill said, do you listen to Limp Biscuit? Biscuit? Um, no, I don't. I don't listen. Mostly what I listen to is like I want to say like punk, uh, like early Fall Out Boy, to give you an example. That's mostly like what I listen to. That kind of stuff, like Blink 182. Um, that kind of stuff. I'm sure those two alone would give you an idea of the kind of stuff. I remember when LZ was on you played Melee. Riala said, "Yeah, I remember that. No one, not many people liked it." Oh yeah, if you guys want to see the bootleg Kelly Toy Waluigi, go on my blog and like two posts down, there's a post called like "Is the Fire Mario Kelly Toy Plush a bootleg?" And I have a picture of the Waluigi there. My blog you can get to from my channel banner, like my channel banner. There's a blog link. You can click it. Sonic Jr. said, I found out about you while watching YouTube videos on my Wii U. That's really cool, actually, because I've watched a lot of videos on my Wii U, and I kind of have discovered different series and different people that I like through that as well. So it's kind of cool that like someone discovered me in the same way I've discovered other people. That's actually really cool. All this Goldie Waluigi stuff. Sonic Jr. also said they homebrewed their Wii. The SD card is now in their Wii U. The Okay, I actually thought about getting a second Wii, hacking it so I can play Japanese games, and possibly getting the Melee 20XX pack on there so I can like really train. But I mean, I could just do that with the GameCube. I don't exactly know how easy it is to do all that stuff. Just region breaking it to play Japanese games would be much easier. Whoa, the true legend. Who's sneaking some time with the stream at work? This guy. What a bro. Nice job, true legend. Thanks for stopping by. Baker Skills said the mystery of what Dark Dark Side. It's a rare European only game on the Sega 32X. You got a lot of mystery topic ideas. I'll have to look into some of these. Some of them are pretty interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of mysteries you guys have been requesting. Mario Party Tomy said I found these bootleg Sonic plushes that look like the bootleg Fun for All and the Sega Toys ones, but they had big heads. Yeah, I think both of those sets were faked, so definitely doesn't surprise me that you found those. Oh, Valkyrie said, guys, Toys R Us sells SH figure arts in stores now, even Sailor Moon. That's right, they do. I think I do remember seeing some there the last time I was there, which is pretty cool. I don't remember how pricey they were though, but it was pretty cool seeing them at Toys R Us. I remember when they used to sell import figures there a while ago. Like they had Kingdom Hearts figures in like 2010 or so, I think. I remember that at one point. Toy Network Mario was the greatest Mario plush of all time, Poker Mern said. It's actually funny you say that because there was a meme earlier. I found a listing on eBay of like a generic mushroom that was called like Mario plush mushroom or whatever, and the tag said Toy Network on it. It wasn't from Mario, but it was funny. Mr. Video VGM wants a Kelly Toy Luigi. Yeah, if only they actually made one. It's weird that they made like Donkey Kong. And think about how much more complete that set would have been if they made a Waluigi and like not a Donkey Kong, or if they made like a Diddy instead of a Wario. But I think Kelly Toy Wario needs to exist. So, mystery of Toy Network Mario. Yeah, Toy Network Mario plushes would probably look just disgusting. JTV wants to see overenthusiastic Melee God again. Maybe he'll return in another video. I have to think about how to use him. He was gonna be in the video game Clay Figure Models 12 number 3 segment, but it hasn't come out yet, so maybe I'll find a way to work him into that. Sonic Jr. once watched my We Are Number One video with Kekcroc. It took a few hours for him to realize I was the one who made it. Yeah, I have most of the Kekcroc videos on YouTube, but there are quite a few people that actually do their own like Kekcroc renditions and memes and stuff, which is quite surprising, honestly. But it's pretty cool. Mario Party Tomy said there is also another bootleg Kelly Toy Wario that has a Mario Party 5 tag or the Mario Party 8 tag or the Sentai Super Mario tag or the Yellow New Super Mario Bros. Tag. Yeah, there's a lot of different incarnations of like the most bootlegged plushes out there, so that doesn't surprise me. Riala said the mystery of my friend's SA2 Chow Garden. Yeah, the mystery of my lost Chow Garden too. Baker Skills to do a video on the GTA 3 beta. Grand Theft Auto is not my game. I probably wouldn't do that, but I won't forget about Chrism stuff. I'll try looking that in, or looking into that. Valkyrie said, I know what to get for my B-Day, which is March 11th, and it would be a Switch and an SH Figure Arts or Gundam. That's pretty cool. A Switch would be super duper great, but Figure Arts and Gundams are really cool. I like Gundams. Uh, Thomas Theodore fans, what do you mean by almost? I meant like I had a build for a snowman, and I'm like, man, what can I make about this? Or what can I make the snowman into? And my sister's like, "Oh, you can make Kekroc," and I'm like, "No." So I made Mario. So I almost made. I could have made Kekroc, almost did, but I didn't. Through with the Kekroc snowman. Mr. Video VGM said, "Sleeper Sonic, can you post a link to the Spanish site overflowing with the most disgusting lineup of bootlegs?" I can do that in like the because I don't remember what site it is. I'll have to find it again. I can give it to you over Google Chat thing after the stream. Sonic Gamer said, "Wait, am I watching Samurai Jack on TV?" Whoa, are you? The new series doesn't premiere till the 11th, so unless you're watching a rerun or something. Um, Panic said, "Guys, Super Sonic Q's next video is a mystery about something Roblox." Yeah, that whole video I was talking about the culture, I wish I could have been a part of. It was definitely Roblox. That was it. Oh no, it's on Adult Swim. Oh, they're rerunning the original series right now. Oh, that's really cool. Man, that's awesome. The Legend of El Supersonic Q. A link to the Spanish site. That's funny. Sonic Jr. said, "Chow are my favorite characters in the Sonic series." That's pretty cool. Yeah, Chows are just like a really great feature of the Sonic series. They never implemented correctly after SA2. They never implemented it all after SA2, except in Sonic Advance 3 with that fake Chow Garden thing. Mario Party told me, said, "I had the Panini plush, but it's gone." Yeah, I'm gonna kind of doubt you on that one. Hmm. But that said, I'm glad that I'm all caught up in the comments, guys. It only took an hour, but I'm finally all caught up in the comments. That's good though. I don't know. Sometimes being ahead is fine. Sometimes being caught up is fine. So it's all good. Riala said, "What was my first Sonic plush?" The Toy Network Sonic one, but it wasn't one of the ugly bad ones. It was like a really solid, good looking plush, like the earliest of Toy Network plushes from the Adventure series. You can probably see it if you watch one of my collection videos. He's in the Sonic area. Mario Party Tommy said, "I had it when I was 3." Yeah, I'm still gonna doubt you on that one. I've believe it or not, I've had multiple people claim they've had those like Kelly Toy Cartoon Network plushes, and they were all liars. So it's gonna take more than just text to convince me that they're out there and that they exist. I'm gonna need to see pictures. Hmm. Um. Oh, Mario Party. Well, more than Mario Party told me, said my first Sonic plush was Jazzwares Sonic. I mean, it's a solid plush to get into.
My first plush.
Wow.
Santa Amy, I'm pretty sure.
Our sister Sonic Q with the snipe.
Because I only have 2 Sonic plushes.
Yeah, El Sister Sonic Q has Santa Amy and
25th anniversary Knuckles.
yeah, 25th anniversary Knuckles. Mr. Video VGM said, "El Super Sonic Q, have you seen the stream that James Fat did?" I have not. No, I have to check that out, I guess. If I remember. It's like just like potato knishes and all the other videos just everyone tells me to watch. Dang. Yeah, I'm just like I forget a lot of this stuff. Because I don't write it down. But hey, it gets done eventually. It gets seen eventually. A Fox in Space was seen 3 months after I was told to see it, but it was still seen. Pokemon said, "I used to have a Toy Network Sonic, lost it, never found it, then eventually got the Jazzwares Classic Sonic." Probably was a better upgrade. Unless it was an early Toy Network plush and it looked good. Baker Skills said, "Do a video on the rare Sonic the Fighter Super Sonic plush." Not really sure how I could do a video about that, because there's not really like a mystery about it or anything like that. Um, it would just be talking about how rare it is. I've kind of covered it in like the well, actually, I guess I haven't covered it really, but I don't think there's too much to really say about it aside from how rare it is. Kind of like take the Mallow video and combine it with like the Mystery of Prototypes video, and you kind of get the supersonic one. Disney XD is making an anime block with Pokemon, Yokai Watch, and Beyblade? Huh. I didn't know that. I don't get Disney XD, so I won't be able to watch any of it, though. Mario Party Tomy has two World of Nintendo links and a bootleg link. Yeah, there were a lot of bootleg back in like Toon Link's heyday. Baker Skills said, "Do you watch the Angry Joe show?" I do not. I'm not even very familiar with what that is. And then Valkyrie said, "The nerd is better." Yeah, I've seen a lot of Angry Video Game Nerd. I really like his content. I think most people do. Sonic Jr. said, "It looks like that on the 19th of this month, the same episode of Samurai Jack airing right now will be re-airing." Huh. That's weird. Why do they like? There's so many episodes to air. I wonder why they like do that. I think Sonic Gamer spelt. Oh, they spelled Steven Universe wrong on purpose. Yeah, I'm not a big Steven Universe guy. I know a lot of people who are, and they tell me I should be, but I'm just not. I just don't like it. I think it was just because like when they or when Steven Universe was first coming out, it just looks so much like Adventure Time and stuff to me that I just crossed it off immediately. And now it's been so long, I'm just not good. Like even though I know that it's different now and the whole concept is different, it's just been so long, I'm just not interested. Baker Skills said, "How about a video on the unreleased Sonic X Volume 2 for GBA video?" That would be pretty cool. I remember GBA video, and I think I remember that they were going to do a Volume 2 and it never came out, but yo, it'd be nice to get some GBA video. That would be like really fun just to watch on a GBA. Um, but I don't know if there's really a mystery there. Because like it would, I'm assuming it was just canceled. Steven started to sound older over time. Sonic Jr. said, "I think that happened with most kids' voice actors. Like Chowder started sounding older, and Finn, I think, started sounding older and stuff." The Foxtrot said, "Steven Universe was a letdown for me because it showed how lackluster Adventure Time was without Rebecca Sugar and her writing team." Huh. Yeah, the only thing with me, I kind of go back to the voice thing, is yeah, I also thought that like he was just like an annoying kid, and like I didn't understand the point of the crystal gems and stuff in the beginning. So it was just something that I just didn't get into at the right time, and now it's too far gone to bother getting into it. Mario Party Tomy said you could reserve a Sonic X plush. Yes, you could. There was a time where you could reserve the Sonic X plushes. That time is long gone, but there was a time, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I like how Sonic Gamer just typed out the whole Steven Universe like thing in really bad English. Oh, Sonic Jr. said Gumball and Darwin from The Amazing World of Gumball got new voice actors in the season five episode The Knockoffs. I think you mean the Copycats, which I've seen. It's a really good episode. You guys should watch it. But did they get new voice actors? Because I didn't think they sounded any different. Ooh, Riala had a good point. Steven Universe is so anime reliant to me. It's hard to put my finger on why I don't like it. Yeah. It does have a lot of anime um like influences as well. Like I've seen some like side by side comparisons of like direct scenes that like they've reworked like in like anime scenes of certain things that they've reworked with the Steven Universe characters. So yeah, something about that I just don't like. It's just like I know exactly what you mean. It's just I can't like say what I'm like thinking about that comment, but I know what you mean. Mario Party Tomy said, "How much was the Senai B Mario worth? Because I got one at a Chinese market for $15.99. It's probably worth about 25, maybe, no more than 30. I don't know what kind of Chinese market you go to where you get all these official, like plushes, or I mean, if it's official. I mean, I have yet to see a Chinese anything where this stuff is official." Pokemon said, "El Supersonic, did you know that Jazzwords was originally going to cancel the classic Metal Sonic plush?" I think I did, yeah. And then when it actually came out, everyone was like freaking out, like, "Whoa, I thought it was canceled and stuff." Because I remember that too, the original prototype picture on like Sonic Stadium, and everyone thought it was canceled. And like a year later, like just one showed up on like in like Toys R Us or something. I remember that. Valkyrie said, "El Supersonic Q Goku versus everything and everything, or everything and everyone." I want to say Goku would lose because Mario Party 5 Luigi would be included in the everything and everyone, as would Kekroc. So Goku would lose. Baker Skill said, "Mystery of Atari Panther." Oh, is that a console that never came out? I think I've heard of that. That might be a cool video to talk about, because that seems more like along the lines of like a mystery. Rialis said, "I'll find the Soap Shoes Sonic plush and put that lad in a display case one day." Yeah, one day we'll all find them. Maybe one day just 15 of them will show up on eBay, just, because they have 15 of them in Japan, sitting in Sonic Team's headquarters, just doing nothing. One Punch Man would destroy Goki. Nice. Mario Party Tommy said, "I get them from a Disney store at the Pacific Mall that sells official Sunshine Mario plush, including Super Mario Sunshine and Mario Party 5. I'd have to see some pics to really verify that. I don't believe they sell Mario Sunshine plushes. Those are too old and rare to find at a Disney store in a mall. Valkyrie said, "El Supersonic Q, Kekroc and Sonic and Zero plus X versus the world." Well, Kekroc is in that side, so Kekroc would win. Sonic Jr. said, "Did you know the S is based on the fact that there's a Chinese knockoff of Gumball called Miracle Star? In the show Miracle Star, in the show Miracle Star, the family is made out of goats." Yeah, I knew that, which is why the episode was so funny. Because if you see the ending, I was just laughing because I hate bootlegs as it is. And the fact that like I won't spoil it, just like the ending though, that with what happened to the bootleg characters just made me laugh. Oh, and Darwin is a frog in the knockoff. Yeah, Batmax said, "Hey, shoutouts to me for being at Sonic Stadium and being big on the what the heck is happening with the Jazzwords Classic Metal and Amy Sonic plushes debacle." Yeah, I remember reading about stuff like that, but I was never in on it. Quick Up said, "Sorry, El Supersonic was at Walmart. I was gone for like whatever long that is, seconds." Wow, so would JoJo El Supersonic U? No, not JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Not this again. Majora's Mask is a ripoff of Ocarina of Time. That's like the most wrong statement on a gamer ever. JTV, hope Adult Swim revives Beavis and Butthead in Dexter's Lab. How would Adult Swim revive Dexter's Lab? That doesn't make sense. Nintendo PlayStation. I feel like that's probably been covered extensively by now already. SM Nick Production is here. I'm back, but I'm late like last time, they said. Kekroc versus Harambe Baker Skills. Yo, it's got to be Kekroc. I'm sorry, it has to be Kekroc. Mr. Video VGM really wants me to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Maybe I will. Um, El Supersonic Q Pokemon is a ripoff of Yokai Watch, said no one ever. Yeah, no one has ever said that. Oh, there's also an Adventure Time knockoff. I think I've seen that too. I'm not as familiar with it as the Gumball one, but I do recall an Adventure Time one. Did I watch the Loud House Mario Party? Tommy said. I don't. I've seen it a couple times. It wasn't that bad of a show, but I just don't watch it. Oh, the Adventure Time knockoff was called The Legend of Lucky Pie. What the heck? Sounds strange. I guess L Sister Sonic Q is making a can. Nope. Okay, it's not happening. Okay, that's not happening. Mr. Video Jim said, when I earn money, would you watch it if I randomly bought one of your clay figures? It depends on when you bought it. If you bought it between now and like, I don't know what, or actually, if you bought it between like now and the end of the month, I would. But anything beyond that, I probably wouldn't watch it. What do you think of modern SpongeBob? SM Nick Production said. I think modern SpongeBob is just like a disgrace. Like after season 4 or so, I think that was it for me. I just couldn't take it anymore. So yeah, really nothing to say on that. SpongeBob should not still be airing. It really shouldn't be. At this point, it's kind of like, just it's hurting the legacy of what SpongeBob used to be by continuing to air the crap that it is. So they should have just canceled it already. I mean, there's no reason for it to keep going on. Mario 64 said, a dream that keeps recurring when I sleep is that I keep on going to an arcade and find claw machines with Kelly Toy Mario plushes. Even though I have them, I guess I need that sensation of winning them. Yo, that's pretty nice. I gotta say, the sensation of winning Kelly Toy Mario plushes. Go to your pizza place or wherever it is and try and win that Kelly Toy Luigi at the bottom. Spend like $100 trying to win that. That'll give you such a sensation, I bet. Sonic Jr. said Gumball might end in season 6 or its creator might leave and we all know the show will go downhill. If the creator leaves, I feel like it'll go downhill. I think there's been a couple kind of seasons of Gumball at this point, but so far the whole series is really good. I hope that nothing drastically horrible would happen to it that just destroys it. It's so weird how you think about it, how a show can just totally go downhill when one or two little cast changes switch or anything like that. It's pretty crazy. Mario Party Tommy said, I like your Mario Party 5 Luigi and the Sonic the Fighters Super Sonic clay figures. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, thanks. No one liked them enough to buy them, but but I guess they look pretty cool. Well, to be fair, Big Red Yoshi fan, I think, did say that he wanted to buy them, but Mario is already the lucky winner of the Super Sonic. And I never finished the Mario Party 5 Luigi, so that was never for sale. Well, I think we're in the home stretch because it's just about 9. SM Nick Productions said, do you think the Metal Mario plush from World of Nintendo will get rare? Yeah, I think so, because when is something Nintendo ever not gotten rare? So I think it's only a matter of time before the Jack stuff gets like really coveted. It will. It'll just take probably many years to really get rare. I mean, like the Mario Party 5 stuff, just as an example, because it's so relevant all the time. Those came out in 2004, I think it was. And I know they were produced up until like 2013 at Nintendo World and stuff, but like, I guess being exclusive at Nintendo World is a little bit different than being readily available. The last time I remember seeing them online was like 2000. Okay, that's a Mario Logan thing. Blah, blah, blah. No, forget that example. Let me think of a different example. Well, Jazzwares stuff. Just look at Jazzwares stuff. A lot of the Jazzwares stuff is like, I mean, like what, like 5, 6, 7 years old, and some of it's pretty rare now and pretty expensive. Most of it is. So yeah, I would say, when did the Metal Mario plush come out? Was it 2016? So 5 years. So in 2021, it might be rare. Yeah, let's all quote this. El Supersonic Q. In 2021, the Metal Mario World Nintendo plush will be rare. Like, my God. Hmm. I'm actually glad you mentioned this, Soma. This might be a good spot to end. You said Funko announced Series 3 of their Five Nights at Freddy's figure line is going to be based on the sister location. And now Sister Sonic Q was saying, did you talk about FNAF at the Toy Fair? And I did earlier, but now she's here, and now you said that, and gonna end this, like, any last thoughts?
Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff looked good. Yeah, I told El
You should
Supersonic.
get closer to the microphone.
I told El Supersonic Q that I was gonna collect this whole plush set and the whole figure set because it was like a really good like line, but he doubts that it's gonna happen. But my only one hate is that the Funtime Freddy plush is garbage looking. Like, I just don't like it. Don't like.
Yeah, I wasn't super thrilled with the look of the plushes. Hopefully they can fix that. The Funko Pop and stuff, I guess they were fine, but I wish they kind of had different. Like, I'm not a fan of the sister location stuff. They skipped over all the old characters. Old Bonnie and old Freddy would have been like really cool to see in some kind of physical form. So, but yeah, we're gonna end up hunting all those at some point when they come out.
Look, on the bright side, you can build a Nard.
Well, you can build a Nard, guys. Dude, that name is such a meme anyway. Stream ending. Actually, yeah. Big Reduction fan was actually came at a really bad time because yeah, I wasn't gonna do calls tonight, and the stream was actually gonna end at 9 because I'm only gonna run it for 2 hours now, and we started at 7, so it's about time to end. So, sorry about that, but I'm not sure what's in store for next week. Maybe I'll do viewer call-ins. Maybe I'll have a special guest, one of the special guests, the big YouTubers. I'm not really sure on what's gonna happen, so we'll have to just play it by ear and see. But
I'm the special guest.
No. I mean, you weren't, but you're usually here. Gumball's being canceled. Well, I don't know how true that is. I didn't even end the stream yet, you guys. But I guess thanks for saying bye. Thanks for stopping by. Checking it. We said we had 2 minutes. I'm gonna run it for 2 because I'm going based on my clock, so we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left. Keep kekcrocking, Sonic Jr. said. Yo. That's the way to go. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, though. That's nice. That I think it was run just as smooth as last week. It's not a little smoother because I just went right off on the topics. Mr. Video VGM, El Supersonic Q, my little brother has all the FNAF pops. Wow. That's crazy. I could never...
Including all the variants and all the exclusives.
Yeah, true, right?
The glow-in-the-dark, and there's a flocked Springtrap.
Oh, there's new?
No, I'm just saying.
The flocked Springtrap? I don't remember that ever existing before.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd make flocked ones of those characters.
Oh.
Oh, but the Series 2 Steven Universe ones are good. Yep. Oh yeah, and that big lion plush at Toy Fair that you could like sit on, or like some person did sit on. Remember that?
Oh yeah, the big lion at Toy Fair.
There's a picture. I guess before they brought it in, I saw a picture on Instagram. It was the big lion outside, and Steven was sitting on it. Like, they're both plushes.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
And one of the comments was, "Those are ugly."
I thought the lion looked kind of good. The Steven was a little weird. Before you go, are you aware of the new Connects Mario set with Builder Mario? I am, because that same set has Luigi's Mansion Luigi. So that'd be pretty cool to get. Yeah, I know about that.
Pat Mac has a secret message.
He has something cool to tell me. Yeah, I'll probably be there. I'll also be working on a script. Maybe. Mr. Video VGM said, yeah, my little brother has all the variants. Wow, that's crazy.
I remember I was gonna get the off of eBay the Golden Freddy Comic-Con exclusive because I'm like that's the only one I'm gonna get because like they're not gonna release any other ones. But I might get a sister location one. I don't even have any FNAF ones.
Yeah, but you have a lot of the plushes and display boxes, so that kind of counts for something.
I have 2 figures. I remember this is just a funny story. I saw a picture on Instagram. It's like some little kid's like account, but he got like a Fun Time Foxy, which is from Series 2, the figure set, and he painted it to look like
a Nard.
No, he painted it to make it look like the sister location, Fun Time Foxy. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to do. And I'm just like 2 days later, he posts like the Toy Fair pictures, and I'm like, well, he wasted a good, perfectly new figure when he could have just gotten a real one.
Yeah.
I guess he can't build a Nard now. Then he'll
a Nard. You can't build a Nard. I wish you came in earlier, else it's just not cute because like just bad timing because I really don't want to.
Oh, let's extend it to 9.
No, I my voice is really tired.
9:02.
I want to keep these somewhat like strict with like the time. So, but hey, there's going to be one next week at the same time, 7 p.m. to 9. So we'll still do stuff. Knuckles fan video showed up. Yo, Knuckles fan video. I've been seeing your Kekroc stuff on your channel. I know how to unlock Kekroc in new Super Smash Kart Wii. Yeah, I've been seeing your Kekroc. Yeah, it's funny you say Kekroc because yeah, I've been seeing some of your Kekroc stuff. So that's pretty cool. So you stop by at a bad time though because I'm going to end like now. Mr. Video VGM, I'll send you the link. And Riala, as Pat Mac said, funny, you should mention that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. JTV is doing an after show for this stream.
Oh my god.
So that's pretty cool too. But I mean, with that said, guys, though, thanks for stopping by. These streams go by too fast. They do, right? Yeah. Week. So that.
But what if they weren't every week?
Well, then I don't know. They are. So. Unknown Kong. Dang, all these people showing up. Well, I'm just about to end. I really got to end. But stop by next week at 7 p.m., 7 to 9 p.m. But I've been going for 2 hours, so I really got to like pack up, hit the road. So thanks for stopping by, guys. As always, I'm Supersonic Q. And until the next video, Finn.